Last spring, our small neighborhood decided to band together and start a community garden. Everyone was buzzing with excitement, dreaming of fresh tomatoes, crisp carrots, and lush greens. My neighbor, Bob, was particularly enthusiastic. He had been tinkering with a homemade fertilizer blend he called Bob's Miracle Grow. Of course, Bob had always been the eccentric type, so we all just chuckled and hoped his concoction would at least help his plants grow, even if it didn't perform any miracles. As the weeks went by, Bob's section of the garden began to look suspiciously robust. His tomato plants were towering like the minarets of a cathedral, and his zucchinis were starting to resemble baseball bats more than vegetables. By the time his pumpkins were the size of small cars, we knew something was amiss. Bob, of course, was over the moon, declaring his Miracle Grow a resounding success. Meanwhile, the rest of us were left with perfectly ordinary produce, feeling like the underachievers of the vegetable world. The real spectacle began when tourists started showing up, having heard rumors of the giant vegetables on social media. Our quiet little neighborhood was suddenly bustling with smartphone-wielding visitors, all eager to snap selfies with Bob's gargantuan gourds. Bob started charging a small fee for garden tours, his eyes twinkling with entrepreneurial glee. His garden became a local sensation, and we couldn't help but laugh at the absurdity of it all. Meanwhile, the rest of us were left explaining to visitors why our cabbages were less jaw-dropping and more coleslaw-sized. Finally, it all came to a head when a local news station decided to cover the story. The reporter, trying to wrap up the segment, turned to Bob and asked, "So, what's your secret to growing such incredible vegetables?" Bob grinned, holding up a bottle of his Miracle Grow with a flourish, and replied, "Well, I always knew my garden would grow on people, but I never expected it to be such a big deal."